My first experience happened when I was 23. At that moment, I remember that I truly lived, and many things happened to me. Business went up, my relationships were great, and all spheres of life were improved. I felt life, the flow. Then I fell asleep for 13 years, and then I saw that this sincerity, true sincerity, that I want to awaken again. I came here for, this is why I was born, this is my goal, and I wanted it so sincerely, I can't convey this. And the mind started to bring me some fears. You'll be forced to run around naked. Are you ready for this? Yes. And I'm like, I'd rather die on the spot, but I will do everything in order to awaken, to be completely total, honestly, until the end. And I'm okay, not bad. As soon as I declared this, the space responded immediately. Hello, everyone. My name is Alexei. I am 40. I am not married. Actually, my desire is to just to share somehow, to convey to everyone senselessly, so that it would start working. I feel necessity in all of this because I found keys for myself, but as practice shows, they work. But they only work. Well, they work not the way I imagined. So we are listening to all the awakened people, to Gennady. We speak about the same things, but it somehow doesn't work. Well, it works in a way, but not in the way I wanted. Something needs to be added to this, I thought. And really, I started to take apart this, look into this, and I immersed myself into these processes deeper and deeper, and I realized that you need to turn on this search and to add something. Each experience needs to be measured on yourself. All of them actually work. Each experience of each person is working, but the thing is that it works only for him. But for me, things start to work only if I start to apply to myself and to use it in my own way. Well, I'm speaking abstractly now, but, well, this desire, yes, we say we have to awaken in order to, well, we have to have this burning desire in ourselves. And I look within myself and do I want to really awaken? At first I thought, well, I want, as I thought, but then I realized that I don't have such desire. And this inner sincerity, it showed me the fact that I am not honest with myself, that I'm an illusion. This is the illusion, that I am not sincere with myself. And how can I get sincerity from happening, truth from happening, some interaction, if I am not sincere with myself? So I'm radiating some illusion, some falsehood, and I get the same thing. So I'm in the mind. Hopa. And I think, hey, this is why I'm in the mind. How my mind is tricking me all this time. Okay, I figured this out. So I don't want to awaken, actually. That desire is there somewhere, I'm sure, but it's probably hidden from me. Well, I don't feel it. Some sincerity, some honesty, there's nothing of that in it. And I started to try to look into this. Why don't I want to awaken? Turns out I had other desires. And I started looking at them, and they are useless, actually. Useless illusion, some nonsense, which is not needed. Actually, I don't need it. First desire is lots of money, just lots of money. And it's very subtle. Why do I need money? Well, in order to be in the school, in order to make this inner work, in order to immerse into the processes of the school. But actually, I looked into it honestly. So first thing is I found this sincerity in myself. And through this sincerity, through honesty, through some filter, I started to look into things more focused. Through some filter, I don't know, I'm naming it the filter of honesty. And I saw that these desires of wanting lots of money, more, what else did I want? Well, I wanted lots of money, actually. And I didn't even want, and I have this desire, and I thought the money is needed for something in order to get a car. And then I started to figure out, why do I need a car? Well, in order for my family to see that I am wealthy, that this is normal, that they would see I am normal. What does it mean, normal? I am normal already. Why do I need car in order to be a normal person? Okay, get away this desire. Then I started to go deeper, to go travel somewhere, to take a rest. But how will I get rest if I will get there with my inner world, with my pain, with my worries? I won't escape myself. I will go there and the image will change, but still, I am the same me. So the image didn't change me, but these meditations which we were, well, participating in, that was Pardanta meditation course before. And this way I started to clean these things out of me and immerse myself into honesty, this sincerity, true sincerity, that I came here for this, I was born for this is my goal. And it was highlighted so vividly within me. And this sensation started to fulfill me. And I noticed this sensation and started to cultivate it within myself. Well, I directed my attention there, and it started to gain power, as if it's a small spark. Well, I blew on it, and it became a fire. And that's it. It's like an example, metaphorically speaking. And that's it, and I understood what does it mean to have an all-consuming desire, and I started it to sincerely want this. I can't really convey this. This sensation, this feeling, it filled me up completely. And it started to possess me. That's it, I realized what does it mean to be on fire. This sincerity, this aspiration, and each of us has this experience, each one. Whomever I talk to, everyone has some facet of these sensations. It's just they get clouded by some desires. It's kind of a fog, illusion, which we live in. But we aren't living in illusions, actually. I noticed this, and life is in this sincerity and honesty, and it opens up the world, this interaction with happening, and you start to see its true form. And when I'm sincere with myself, I'm radiating honesty. And since the happening is my reflection, so if I am honest, then I see the reality. And this reality started to show itself to me. And I realized that I need to strengthen myself in this. Everything that I want, everything that I'm willing to do, that is not enough. Intent and desires are two separate things. For me, before it was like the same thing, just different words. But actually, these are separate things. Desires are fog. They're just desires. They may or may not be there. They don't have any power, but the intent is movement. It's the movement. The intent is always supported by the movement. It always has the power and attention. If you direct your attention to your desires, then it goes nowhere. It will go to that fog. This desire can captivate you, but the illusions or fantasies, they haven't brought happiness to anyone, and they for sure haven't brought any results. And I'm thinking, so that's what it means to be in illusions. This is why we live in illusions. So I'm just thought of some fantasies, and I thought that they will come true. I changed this vector of attention from the desires into intention. It's even logical, I think. When you have intent, you move in that direction, then you get the result. Your whole attention is there. And then I saw that I want to awaken, and I saw this sincere desire, and I pumped it up within myself. And then I started to live. And then what to do next? Well, I need to strengthen in this and to make some specific steps in this direction. So what do I need to do? And then it came to me, I will do anything in the moment, right now. And the mind started to bring some fears. You'll be forced to run naked around. Are you ready for this? Yes. You'll be forced to kill someone. Well, I don't know for sure. He was giving me such fears that it's such nonsense was happening in my head. And it captivated me that I truly started to be afraid of all of this. And I'm thinking, God, but I need this no matter what. And I'm like, I had this thought, well, a separate conversation as direct knowledge. So, what do you truly want more? To awaken or to live in illusions? And I realized that fears are all illusions. This is just a test. Do I really want this or not? And I'm like, I'd rather die on the spot. I'm ready to fall through the earth, but I'm ready to do anything that's necessary, everything that's needed. And this sincerity, this readiness for this, something, it opened up something within me. I don't know, something opened up in me. Again, depth of this. Because the experiences of awakening, I had them before, and the mind was always tricking me and telling me how it should be. Well, you already were awakened, you already know how it should be, all these special effects. And this feeling of path opened up within me. I realized immediately what is the path, and that I am on the path. And it was also a declaration, another facet that I have put this into space. I've declared that I want to awaken. I've strengthened myself in this. I said this within myself, and I said it with some force, some power, as if I have some different power, which awakened within me, which was sleeping, and then it put some power into these words. And I felt the power of my words, that you can say something in such a way that it will happen immediately. I'm putting my whole essence in this. There are no such words, it's just sensation, and in it there's everything: truth and honesty and power and intention, everything. Everything is squeezed into this concentration. I don't know, but men will understand that this is very concrete. Man said, man did. You know, it's like from that song. And you take your whole being into the fist and you said, that's it. There's no way back. You said, you declared this, and as if there's no way back. It is so. Let it be. And this way I understood that you have to be this total with everything, to be total with everything, sincerely until the end, and then it works. In the beginning, I thought that I am doing everything in the school for awakening. We are all doing here. We are, well, working in the programs. We are sincerely working on 100%, but it's not enough. 100 is not even enough, because the mind will tell you, I'm doing everything on 100%. No, no. It's just some extra effort, some extra effort. My extra effort was to see that I'm not total. There's no totality, no sincerity, that there's still some small... If there is some sincerity with yourself, you see that you can do a bit more here, and even more, and even more, and you see how much you can do more and more. And this process, more and more and more, it's endless. And this is the path. This is everything. I am reviewing everything that I'm doing. I am following the directions. I am checking my state. I'm taking responsibility on the state which I'm in. Am I in the mind or not? I'm checking. If I have 3 minutes, I put attention inside my body and I see what sensations do I have within. But I'm total in everything. I'm total. Everything that needs from me, I'm doing. And I'm seeing, I'm looking in what state I am. If I don't want to do this, it is normal. I don't want to do it. But I allow this to be. Yes, I don't want it. I feel how I don't want. And this is usually felt by some sensations, unpleasant sensations in my body, because I don't want to. Yes, I don't want to, but I still do that, and that's it. I don't know. You get some choice, and I just do it. That's it. Yes, in the beginning it's painful. It's like part of you, and through I don't want, through overcoming. Well, for me, it's like this. Maybe somebody can do it through joy. But after that, the joy appears. Then it gets as a habit, it becomes easy, and it becomes as a tool. So I'm overcoming these things with joy. I feel light, I feel great, because I know what comes after this overcoming. So I'm getting rid, I am becoming free from this pain which is constantly covering me. I don't want this, I can't do this, I don't want it on 100%. There are always some reasons why I shouldn't do this. Yes, I shouldn't do it, yes, but I still do it. Because, as Gennady says, just do it. It sounds simple, but at the same time, with this background, the mind attacks you, I'm telling you. And the closer you are to this doing, the stronger he does this. And when you see it in this moment, when you overcome this, you get some power each time. The possibility to do this. It's like a concrete example. So I had with smoking. I was smoking for a long time in the school. Before that, school helped me to drop smoking. In the retreat, I did this. During the retreat, yes? Yes, before the retreat, I did this. And then I quit smoking. And I was thinking, okay, during 1 week, I will drop this. And I don't have cigarette in this week, and it will be fine. So I decided to use retreat as much as I could. And it was in Latvia, in woods. What kind of cigarettes you need then? I will quit smoking. At least I will quit smoking. If I won't awaken, at least that. I had this. So this is what made me think in life. So look, this habit is overwhelming me. Like I can't untie myself from this habit which is killing me. What kind of nonsense is this? And then I remember that I was trying to quit some blocks. I was asking some techniques to use, some books which I was reading, videos which I was watching, I don't know, talking to people who were quitting. And here I just quit. I don't know. It was so simple. I realized that this situation is overwhelming me, this nonsense situation, this habit, and that's it. And I just decided that I want to get rid of this because it stands in my way to life. Same way with awakening. I know that I'm the mind, and for me, normal state is state of freedom, this lightness, this freedom from constant attacks and fears and pain. All of us actually want this. The true goal is awakening. Well, it can be colored in many colors. Well, we can come here with a different request, but the true desire, why we come here, it opened up to me. I remembered even how I chose my life. Maybe it was nonsense, maybe I was hallucinating, but in one moment I saw how I chose my life and that my goal was I chose my life based on the fact that I will awaken here. Choose such life in order to awaken here. To quit smoking and to awaken. Yes, to quit smoking and to awaken. There was a question, how much time has passed from the moment when you had this decision that you'd die on the spot and then you were confirmed. How long are you awakened for? So as I said, I had many stages of awakening. First experience happened when I was 22 or 23 in this area. And I remember at that moment I was truly living. I had such an incredible realizations, experiences, and I had such beautiful feelings, and many things happened inside me. The business went up, The relationships were beautiful. All spheres of life, they were, well, improved. I felt life, I felt the flow, I was happy. So before the school, you were in awakened state and then you fell asleep, yes? Yes, I fell asleep for 13 years in this dark night of the soul. And I was living in suffering. And life forced me to think again, to remember that state which happened to me, and so that I would return to search. And this is what led me to the school. I saw videos about awakening. I saw how people were talking about this, and I remember, oh, this is the state, this is what I had. And my whole life was oriented on this in order to awaken. And I saw that guys in here, they have methodology, they have a teacher, that there's something beyond awakening, actually. Oh, amazing. And I thought, okay, school is for me. I came to school, I started to realize that the methodology works, that there are such great guys in here. And truly, they're different, they are happy. Some kind of happiness comes from them. So they're different. I'll tell this a bit later about Dima Mardanov awakened, and we shared this experience together, and he went further into serving. And on this energy of serving, he strengthened on this. And I was, well, being cleansed. I remember I was awakened, I remember this state, and then I got cleansed. So I got sick, and my body, mind, it had to be prepared for this. It's a normal process, but well, yeah, this is how it happened to me. Then periodically I went deeper, then I got out of this depth. Well, I had to strengthen somehow. Then I fell asleep again, and then again, another experience happened to me, concrete experience, which I was, well, confirmed in, and it happened very recently. It was on 8th or 9th December. This realization came that I'm doing something wrong, that I'm not moving, I'm standing still, and I'm lying to myself. And that I'm not doing anything. I'm doing things, but it's an illusion. It's like I'm being stuck in this. I don't get the result. I'm doing same things and I get the same result. And I don't like this result. And then this search appeared. And I think, well, you need to change things each time. If I'm stuck within myself, you don't see the result. So what do I need to change? I need to look. I'm looking and looking. What's wrong? Desire. Do you have the desire? No, I don't. Again, I started to cultivate it. I declared it. And the same day, actually, at night, it happened at night, like half a night. Well, actually, every night I am lying down, I'm paying attention inside my body, and then I live through these pains that my pain body has accumulated. At first, I thought that this was my curse to constantly live in this tension. Now I see that this is a gift. I saw my path in this. When Gennady said that path is your changes through the body, through the sensations which you have in your body. In the beginning, you know that it's in your body, then, well, it doesn't matter. So in the beginning, it's inside the body, and you feel these sensations, you live through them, and each night, and my mind told me, you won't get enough sleep. And it was so, but it was worth it. I was observing, I was doing this work, I saw the result. It was hard, but, well, through overcoming. It worked through overcoming. And maybe for somebody it's in another way, but for me it's through inner sensations, through living through pain. And sometimes it's such a universal pain that I don't wish it to anyone. But when I was looking through this and observing this, I was becoming cleaner, more pure. And the next day, Valya Polo wrote to me. She said, listen, Alexei, we need to talk to you about your awakening. We have some suspicions. And I'm, okay, normal. As soon as I declared, the space immediately responded, immediately. And I'm thinking, no, something's wrong, let's check. I always am checking things, so I have constant, well, distrust And I'm thinking, again, I'm in lies, again, I'm not trusting, again, I'm doing something wrong. And then, so who is judging this? Who is speaking this? So these kind of mind conclusions came, then they became quiet, and then I saw in parallel there is a sensation that comes, some direct knowledge, if you could say so, that there is some conclusions from the mind, and then there is direct knowledge. And I felt it clearly, and I focused more on this direct knowledge. And then my mind says to me, well, you will talk to Valia now. You will say some nonsense as usual. You will overthink some rubbish, and then they won't believe you, whatever you say. And then you'll just walk around with unclear sensations and wait for some awakening. It was so painful and it was such an unpleasant feeling, but I had an experience. I saw that these are just sensations, and yes, and so what? And I will talk to Valia honestly. And I told her what kind of feelings I had. I answered all the questions. And of course, after that, complete hell began. My mind told me, well, you said such stupid things. That's it. Now they think that you're a complete madman. They won't ever tell you that you're awakened. That's it. I'm like, yes? And so? Yes, I'm like this. That's all good. I'm in sensations. Yeah, it was unpleasant. So I lived through that, and that's it. I have a tool. I live through these things, and then they don't possess me anymore. And the next day, Anya Bondareva talked to me, then Yulia Krisa wrote to me, and then Anya Sokol came to me on the evening program. She says, so did you choose your number yet? No. So what, 100? No. Why not 99? Well, then declare. Let it be. And I feel I have this experience, this inner strength. And then I again, let it be. Okay, next day, Gennady is writing 99, and I'm like, wow, it works in such a beautiful way. And I had no doubts, that's it. And I realized my responsibility for my inner state, my inner world, that I'm responsible for my continuation. Like this. This is how it reacts, this way, in simple actions. And I saw how responsible you have to be to everything that happens in the inner world, because it has features to radiate, to show itself. So I saw things in the happening. Who is showing me my imperfections? Who is irritating me? Who do I hate? Who will do some unpleasant things to me? I am just walking, I'm saying thanks for that, because it allows me to live through this and to get rid of this. Well, to get rid, I mean, so that it does not possess me anymore, because it's within me, it's not in him. He's given to me by God in order to highlight this in me. I don't know, maybe I made it clear, maybe not, but everything happened totally. In the beginning, I thought, well, it can be like this, maybe like that, it's not that clear, but now I understand totally. If he is irritating me, and if I feel this, it's amazing. And I had such gratitude for that, because he uncovered this in me, that I have this sensation and I have a chance to get rid of this, take it out of myself. Because to look within myself, it is much longer, it is much more complicated. I went through all of this, it's not that pleasant. Are there some moments when nothing irritates you in the space, nothing is being highlighted to you? You know, I'm masochist, I'm looking for these things. I'm looking for them because I saw my path in this, the feeling of path, to find this unalignment within me and to, well, to change it, to overcome it, to fix it. Say it as you want. So you say you have different understanding of responsibility. How would you explain what was your responsibility before and now? Did the scale of your responsibility change? Yes, my attitude towards this word has changed. Actually, this word was unclear to me before. And now it uncrystallized, recrystallized. It crystallized for me in such a confidence that responsibility, and you can't actually say it differently, because as the sensations, you feel this direct interconnection. So there's me, and then there's happening. And there's clear that if I'm lying to myself, if I am contradicting myself, if I'm escaping things somewhere, then I won't get anything else from the happening. I will get exactly that. If I love my happening, it responds immediately with its love. And I realize that I can't ignore that. I just can't. I'm just looking for that connection each time. And in words, you can't really say that. I'm looking for connections. Yeah, what does it mean? But it's this feeling, this sensation, this familiarity, this recognition of yourself in outer. I become more expanded. I understand this. And I feel this, feel that all that happens is me. And yes, it's not a fairy tale, it just becomes reality. In the mind, it's not clear. And the thing is, well, accept these sensations of the mind. Yes, it will tell you that it's so, that it's just an experience, and he has some ideas, and I agree with them. But I allow myself to let in some other things as well. It can be something else. I am giving always a chance to have these doubts, to let something else happen. Because the mind, I am sure, it always limits you. But the world will always give me much more rich and colorful and more interesting experience. And I'm always waiting for this. Mind tells me that this is like that. Parallel, perpendicular. I am agreeing with this, but I am still opening to everything else. And this is the interaction. I don't know, maybe I'm trying to explain it in some colorful words, but can you say, how do you understand awakening of your happening? So you said that when you're looking for something that's not being fixed, you're being grateful for that. How is this awakening of happening happens? Yes, when I saw this interaction, I got this responsibility and understanding that I need to awaken my happening, to love it and to awaken it, because I don't match it. And it radiates this to me. It's like this. But it is burning desire. When the desire for awakening happened, which captivated me, it opened up this feeling of past to me. It opened up the desire to fix myself, to recognize, to discover myself, so that everyone would feel this. Yes. I wanted to use different words, but I can't. So how are you sharing? As an example, so you need to share. How? First and foremost, it's your inner state. It's this striving. In the beginning, it's enough, as I thought, but it has to be confirmed with something, because we live in the world of forms. We are made of blood and bones, and we need to make some actions in this direction, because the intent is not the desire, it's not something abstract. And when I see something that needs to be fixed, well, I do this to speak to somebody. If I need to do something, to do some duties, I'm doing these duties with joy and totally. I'm doing this for guys, I'm awakening, I'm building a retreat center by doing my duty. I understood that you could, well, you don't have to take this brick and go build another building in Europe, because where's Europe and where's me? I can't go there yet. Well, and I understood that you have to hold your attention. And what does it mean? It's as if it's part of me, and I am burning with this. I'm constantly holding my attention for this in its name, because the guys are doing this, but I am doing my duties. So, this inner emotional state, this kind of tension, this focus that they are doing this for me. I will do it here and I will enjoy this. And they are also working, and in the moment they're building this. And I'm doing everything that depends on me. Everything. Sasha, please tell. Now you're this joyous, awakened person, people write in the chat. Are you gathering this joy or you just have it? That's a good question. Yes, I'm gathering joy. But now it's flowing automatically. But before I was making an effort for that because, well, we started doing these exercises and they helped to feel it as an energy. But before, the source of my joy was the creative space, when I truly started to involve myself in it, as if it's part of me. When I was cultivating curiosity in the tasks I had, cultivating inner satisfaction, naturally, I was enjoying this process. I was trying to feel how is this satisfaction manifesting itself within me. And when it started to open up, I felt joy from it in the form of sensations, in form of energy, fulfillment. And there was this incredible flow of happiness. And I felt, yeah, great. I'm doing things that are great and necessary, which give me an amazing energetical impulse and uplifts me. After a while, I was coming to our attunement and I was shaking from happiness. We were tuning ourselves, and this flow of happiness was just overwhelming me. It's an incredible sensation. I'm just shaking from happiness. And I'd like for everyone to feel this sensation. It's just an incredible sensation. And when you got the satisfaction from happiness, how will you work? Well, just imagine. Of course, you will put your whole self into this, and with such a fire that nobody will be able to drag you out of this. And this is what happened to me. I was working until night when I got some, well, side effects. You also need to take some things into considerations. You need to be ready for these side effects. So when we are getting to the depth, I had this categorical approach, but now I have the experience of living through these negative states, big negative states, as I thought. But now these are chances for me, chances to grow. As Larionov Sasha said, that in tough situations, we use them as a step. And I saw my development in this. When something comes up within me, automatically, or some situations, when somebody from society is writing to me about some problems and I start to worry, I see that this is the possibility to move deeper. That's it. And things start to fall apart. You know, there are some situations in life, we all know that, when everything's falling apart. And I'm thinking, why is this happening? And then I feel despair, I feel tiny, I feel that everything's pressing on me. I want to just run away. I'm fed up with this. Leave me alone. And when you face this somehow, you immerse yourself into these sensations, you allow it to be, you live this through, and that's it. They get out of you. And you get, well, new depth, new freedom, new opportunity to choose. And now you're capable to live through some bigger aspects of your sensations, which are still sitting in you. And they won't go anywhere until you drag them out. Nobody can live this through for me. This is my work, and I take responsibility for what I've accumulated, this heavy stuff. Yeah, some bad words are coming into my head now, but I don't want to say them.